Hi everyone, Jeremy Edge with Escapingthe.com. Today I'll be talking to teachers, helping us talk through how to engage our students in the classroom. It can be very hard with technology these days for kids to stay engaged and focus in the class. So I'll be talking specifically to teachers and helping being able to figure out how to really engage your class and to really try to eliminate, if at all possible, distractions online, which is a very difficult task to do these days. The first thing is I would encourage teachers, if possible, to walk around your class. Now, I'm not sure how your classroom is set up, but you can be able to navigate this and appropriately to what's going to suit your classroom the best. If your students are able to sit down at their desk and they're all facing forward, you can just kind of weave around or walk through the classroom, the aisles of your desks to be able to help provide more engagement. A student is probably not likely to watch a YouTube video or play a video game if you're right next to them or if you're behind them kind of walking around trying to engage your classroom in discussion and you're active in very mobile. Now, so that could be a really good way to help try to find more engagement with your students just by being mobile, kind of walking around, being able to engage that way. Another thing you can do is to be able to put maybe a mirror in the back of your class. Now, the reason for this, if you're teaching in the front of the class and you can't really see the laptops or maybe the Chromebooks of your students, by having a mirror in the back, it acts as a rear view mirror so you can see what they're doing on their devices. Rather than having to, see exactly or share the screen with your students and to see what they're doing on their online, you can have maybe this mirror in the back to see what they are viewing on their screen. If you see them playing a video game or watching content that's not what you're teaching in your classroom, that's a very clear sign to say, hey, you're not really staying focused, you're on task. Let's try to change what you're doing. And so this can be maybe another way to try to find more engagement and to hold kids accountable to what they're doing online. Something else you can do is use pen and paper. Old school pen and paper or pencil and paper can be a great way to really solidify learning. To be able to kind of sit down and write things out is really good in the process of learning. It also helps just eliminate some other distractions of having a laptop or having a device at your disposal. Now, you can learn a lot and type a lot and you get a lot of information from typing, but using pen and paper can help solidify information. It can help with practicing organization and note taking. And doing this can really help them in the future. No matter it's high school, college, trade school, they're learning some new material, practicing writing things down in a legible way they're able to review can be a very helpful thing to do. Another thing to do is try to provide no phones in the class. Now, what this can look like is having all the students put their phones on your desk in the front of the class, or they have to turn their phones off, put it on airplane mode, and put their phones in their backpacks or some place that's not on their physical body. This provides, again, just another layer of no distractions. A lot of times it's really easy to get distracted with a notification or with a buzz or something, or hey, I just want to see what's going on my social media feed. It's natural for students to then move towards that distraction rather than staying focused on the material at hand. So if possible, try to eliminate phones in your class. Another thing you can do is to try to gamify school. What I mean by that is to try to provide incentives for your students to stay engaged. There are two apps that are really cool at doing this, Forest and Pocket Points. Forest, basically you're able to build a forest or to grow a forest when you have your phone away from you. You turn on the app and you put your phone down and a forest grows. And the longer you stay away from that device, if you don't pick up your device, then a forest will grow and grow and grow. And you'll get more points for basically being away from that device. After a whole class period, you can check it out and say, oh, cool, this is a really cool forest I've been able to grow. If you pick it up after 5 minutes or so, it's not going to have the same level of reward. Pocket Points gives you rewards for different restaurants in your area. And so the more that you stay away from your device or you turn on the app and you're able to say, look, I need to be able to stay focused during class, you're able to get rewards for different restaurants like Chick-fil-A, I believe, in different areas. Depends on your area, by being away from your device. So you can get rewarded also for being away from technology. Again, helping you stay more focused and incentivizing you to stay more focused in class. It's also possible to try to find ways to reward your students for participation in class. So when they're raising their hand, when they're talking, when they're responding to a question, when they're engaging in class, if possible, give them a small monetary reward like a sticker, or it can be maybe an extra point or something on a quiz or a test. Something that's small in value, but something that you can really incentivize them or try to encourage them with, like, look, this can make a big difference. If you're just engaging, you can get a reward for that behavior. Again, encouraging them to not be distracted online and stay focused with your class. If possible, friends, I would encourage you to stay away just from technology in your classroom. It's really difficult these days unless you have a really, really solid firewall, really good boundaries within the Chromebook or within the technology that your students have. It's really difficult for teens to stay completely focused on their activities in your class and stay focused on what you are teaching. So if possible, just eliminate technology. They can still have their Chromebooks at home. They can still work on the homework when they get to another class or if they get to like a free period. But if possible, try just to eliminate the use of technology. That can help provide them with better note taking, better engagement, better listening, better problem solving, that they don't have to rely on technology for that for them. A lot of times we can Google, we can research things instantly. We don't have to learn. We can just learn how to search for something, right? And so if we're able to just eliminate technology in the classroom, it helps them with their cognitive functioning and their processing. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will see you in the next video.